Here they come. All right. Hi, Samantha.
Where's Aviv today?
Aviv had a piano party, like recital party at 5:30.
Oh, well, I guess we'll excuse him then.
Yeah.
Piano party? Piano party. Is that like a trumpet party?
They prepare a little piece to play and playing on the top.
A recital?
I like
Is this pushed back kavod for a reason? Or can we move it front?
Come on.
It is actually 5:16. Yes, that clock is off. Do we have everyone
All right,
here?
everybody, please make sure we do have the words up on the screen, but make sure that you have your prayer book out. I believe that
Page
Pine
8.
Matov is on page 8.
CJ.
Page 8. Want to see everybody with books open, page 8.
Okay. Hey, Matov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hey, Matov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hey, Matov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hey, Matov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Shalom Alechem, Shalom Alechem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Alechem, Salam Aleikum. Again, Shalom Alechem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Alechem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hey, Matov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hey, Matov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Sheverachim gam yachad. Sheverachim gam yachad. We rise together for Baruch Hu.
Who can tell me what page it's on? $135, okay. It's also on page 23 for the evening service, because evening and morning. Good guess though.
They keep turning this. This is not a speaker. Will you turn off the light?
cantor goes first.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Your turn.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Yelai.
Yai, nai, nai, yai, nai, nai, nai. Yai, nai, nai,
Please be seated. You can also find this at the top of 26.
Not with the lights off.
Can I get some of our madrachim to help us? Can we leave it off?
Well, they can't see in their books.
Well, they're going to use that. If you guys remember the hand motions, can you guys come help? That would be awesome. So for this one, please put your sidurim away. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv aravim b'chokhma poteach she'arim. God of creation, God of creation, who makes the evening fall from light into darkness with the setting of the sun. You unfold the heavens, unfold the heavens with the brilliant moon and stars, and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah, Baruch atah, Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, asher bidvaro mariv aravim b'chokhma poteach she'arim. Baruch atah Adonai HaMariv Aravim. Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
So I want to encourage you, as you guys are either looking in your Siddur or looking at the slides, to see if you can connect what you're singing with the words that you see. Every time you come, if you're learning one more letter, one more word, that's progress, and you can challenge yourself to get just a little bit further as you're getting more and more comfortable with the Hebrew. So let's try Shema together. Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Page 31, Ve'ahavta.
So So take a look at the slide for Wehrhafte. Unfortunately, this is not in our Siddur, but you can see on the Wehrhafte here that we have cantillation, right? So this could be somebody's Torah portion for when you become bar or bat mitzvah. The cantillation are the symbols that are above and below the words
Like
that,
this right here.
that help us. There are 3 functions, real quick, to cantillation. Who can name one of the functions of cantillation? What is that going to help us do? Yeah. Yeah, it gives us the melody. Exactly right. Every symbol that we see has its own melody attached to it. So when you see it, you know how to chant it. Jared. Good. So there are different trope systems, and as you learn the melody for the Wehrhafte, you'll recognize that when it's time to work on your Torah portion, that it's going to sound very similar. 2 other functions. It matters where you see the cantillation, because it also tells you where the accented syllable of a word is, because if we put the accent in the wrong place, you could actually be saying a different word. So that helps us with that. How many of you have looked in a Torah before? No vowels, no cantillation. It's like a long run-on sentence. So as you're studying a Torah portion, as you're chanting through the Wehrhafte, it creates punctuation. So we know where to pause and where some of the accented parts of the text are. So let's try slowly the Wehrhafte together. I'm going to invite you for this to please look at the slide so that you can see where the cantillation falls.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Emet. All right. Can you change the slides for this one? Thank you. We started working on this Micha Mocha last time, and this is one of the pieces that we'll be doing on First Friday. So we want you to be familiar with the melodies that we're doing so that you guys can help participate and lead our community.
This is page 37 in your book, page 37. Micha Mocha Va'elim Adonai Mi Kamocha
כמוך, מי כמוך, באלים אדוני, מי כמוך, נדר בקודש, נורא תהירו, עושה פלא. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Malachut echad. Try it together. Malachut echad. Ra'u banecha bokeh-ayam. Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Zeili anu ve'amanu. Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai.
So does anybody remember, we're now at the Amidah prayer. Does anybody remember we had 3 features of the Amidah. Yes.
It's not more question, more like an opinion. That song was really vile, and like you could do that on like a Disney soundtrack or something. Like, tell us what money.
It's got a Disney vibe to it. Yes, I hear you. It's fire. So the Amidah has how many, when we say the Amidah every day, do you remember how many blessings it is for the regular weekday Amidah, Spencer? For the regular weekday. Nope. Regular weekday, like every day it's close. 19. Shh. On a regular weekday like a Monday, when we do the Amidah, there's 19 blessings. I'm going to ask you again, Spencer, because you had it right. How about on festival or Shabbat? There's 7 blessings on a festival or Shabbat. The first 3 and the last 3 blessings, are they in every Amidah or in just some? Every Amidah, the first 3 and the last 3. And this first one, the Avot, which is what we're working on, is the opening of every Amidah about ancestors. Who can tell me the name of 3 ancestors that we are connecting God's relationship with? Yes. Sarah, Rachel, and Leah. 3 more. That wasn't said. Yes. Jacob. Isaac. We got Rachel. Abraham. Exactly. So we've got all of them. Yes. So those are all of the ancestors. So there's another line after we start to say that we are praying to God who had an individual relationship with each of our ancestors, and therefore we're saying, God, we know that you have an individual relationship with us. Then we start here, we say, Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanora, El Elyon. So this is Ha'el, this is God, Hagadol, big, huge, whatever we're talking about, this mystery that we're saying God is huge, is beyond. Hagibor, so powerful, so powerful. What is the source of power? It's God. And then Hanorah, this is awesome. You know, we always say that, like, we go, oh, dude, awesome. Well, awesome means full of awe, full of being able to go, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Hanorah, that's what we're talking about when we say God. El Elyon, the highest. Elyon is the highest. So when we're talking about God, we're starting to get ourselves ready in prayer. We're saying whatever it is, this God that we're talking about, it is Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah, El Elyon, huge, powerful, awesome, the highest. Who can tell me what Gadol means? What does Gadol mean? Stay with me, you guys. What does Gadol mean? We just went over it. Gadol means big, huge. Okay, how about Gibor? What is Gibor? Yes. Not highest. That's one of them. That's one of them. Powerful. Gibor, powerful. All right. Hanorah. What is Hanorah? Dude, I'm giving you a hint. Dude. Yes. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Hanorah. Okay, El Elyon. What's that? Yes. The highest. The highest. El Elyon. Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah. El Elyon. Do this with me. Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah. El Elyon. Let's try it again. Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah, El Elyon. Okay, so great, powerful, awesome, the highest. And then right from there, we say Gomel Chasadim Tovim. Okay, Gomel Chasadim Tovim. The one who does good kindnesses, like goodness and kindness. Gomel Chasadim Tovim. So we're going to start, we're beginning to open our hearts to this mystery we call God. And we say, Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah, El Elyon, like the highest, the most powerful, the most awesome. And for what purpose? Is it the most powerful, the most awesome, so that it could destroy us? No. It's the most awesome because of its goodness, God's goodness and kindness. It's the source of goodness and kindness. So that's what I want us to, who can tell me what Gomel Chasadim Tovim is? Gomel Chasadim Tovim, yes.
It's large, it's strong, it's powerful, it's the highest,
You are absolutely right for Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah, El Elyon. And then the second piece, I want to make sure you guys are listening. Gomel Chasadim Tovim means the one who gives goodness and kindness. The one who gives goodness and kindness. Say it with me. The one who gives goodness and kindness. The one who gives goodness and kindness. What is Gomel Chasadim Tovim? Okay. So everybody stand. Everybody stand. We're going to do just this prayer together, and then our tefillah will be over for the day. But if you remember, when we do this, when we say Baruch Atah Adonai, on the first one, we bend our knees at Baruch, we go down at Atah, and then Adonai, okay? So see if, as you're saying this, you can know in your mind in English what you're saying, okay? Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Here goes. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Ha'akol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Lifnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Have a seat for just 1 minute. I want to give you, for just 1 minute, really literally just 1 minute, I just want to tell you something, because maybe you don't know all of the behind the scenes stuff. So because you're the older group and I know that you want to know how things are working, I want to share with you that the prayers that you see on the screen are the same ones that you're doing during the Beit Midrash, and they're the same ones that we do when we have services together as a community. So everything that you're doing and learning about, the words and the meanings and everything that you see and hear when you're doing it here, is for you to be a Jewish person contributing to a Jewish community. And the same, thank you, and the same for when you go and log on online during the week. All of that is to put together this puzzle to make you a person who can be a part of services. So this is all done very intentionally, very much on purpose, okay? So I just wanted to make sure you all knew that. And by the way, this is the stuff that you're gonna need to know when you have a bar or a bat mitzvah. So all of this, as you prepare and you learn and you grow to be a Jewish community member, a Jewish grown-up, you're gonna use when you start your preparation for bar and bat mitzvah, or you continue, or you end your preparation for bar and bat mitzvah. All right, now you may go. That was dumb.
We're just saying that we were just going through the service until the hour, and then you did a whole teaching about cancellation.
Well, it was a short one, and the point was,
I need to get a new one. I will. Yeah, what's up?
Do you know what the football is?
Oh, it's in my office. Do you know where my office is?
No.
Do you know where the rabbi's office is?
No.
Do you,
And is it by the front or
it's,
is it by the discovery area?
the office, so remember, when you walk in and there's a person who's sitting at the desk,
Yes, yep.
there's offices behind that.
Okay, yeah, those are
My office is in there, and if you go in there and ask them, it's on the couch in my office.
I'm getting the football. I got it. Go, go, go.
Totally checked out, and we need to, and that's part of like the leadership that we can talk about.
Yeah, I take 100% of responsibility, maybe 98, because like, come on, it's obvious too, like you shouldn't be doing that. But like, we haven't had
There's no
any sort of training.
Yeah.
So like, yes, they should, in their minds, know like they're being paid to do this and to work, but they also,
I know.
it's always been, whenever there's any sort of like special thing, people are like, oh, I get to check out now.
Yeah.
Teachers, madrachim, everybody.
Whenever they don't have to be at
Because
front.
you're in charge. We don't have to do anything.
Well, this was like, I remember when David and I were working for the BJE, and we would do the training with the staff. Like, you need to be sitting in between campers
Always. And
and
yes.
follow along the prayer book and
Of
help
course.
them.
Always.
And my biggest frustration is my daughter, who is like checked out in the back, 5 rows behind everybody, and I'm her mom, and there's only so much that I can do. And
So I went and I very calmly said to her, "Hey, what's going on? Are you having a rough day?" "No." She's like, "No, I just feel like sitting by myself." And I was like, "Okay, well, I want to invite you. Do you need something?"
Oh, no, no.
Oh, okay. I want to invite you to come and join the rest of the community. So that would be like doing me a big favor. And she says,
So I'm not emotional.
"Well," I said, "I know your mom wants you to." And I said, "Well, I want to say."
I'm like, you're already better than I am.
It was pleasant, but like,
Oh, yeah. He's heaven. Moshe's heaven.
that's unacceptable.
He like loves it. He's,
oh, good.
I'm sorry.
I'm still working on the rapport. So like for me, it's about building the rapport.
You want to sit back here? Come sit up here. Well, then that's your choice.
Are you on for slides, kid?
Make good choices, Jacob. You're
Yeah.
not going to be up there. You're going to be in the back.
Rabbi, may I present you the microphone?
Thank you.
No, we're not going to pay. We're not going to go and see you.
So before we go, is there anything particular that you want to spend time? Okay, so I'm going to keep going with the Hafta then, like we did before. So we'll do a little bit more. Okay. Well, Aiden isn't, for service isn't that kind of thing. But I'll tell you before, no, Aviv was sitting in the back the last couple times, but it was more because he was having feelings, of not feeling connected, and somebody said something to him that he's a sensitive guy. He takes things personally. It just, for instance, he pronounces the Hebrew with the Hebrew accent, and some kid laughed when he said it.
Wait,
and
Shelby's gonna
we
run
took
this
it.
one.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think what it's like is with I was trying to understand what is it that why is she feeling the need to be in the back? Is it that it feels boring? Is it that she's wanting to kind of have her own world and whatever is going on? But whatever it is to find those ways for her to help connect. Yeah. Are we ready?
In the real world.
In the real world, I know. All right.
Just wanted to make sure you guys were awake. I'm just gonna go. There we go.
All right. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Let's see a little ready shake.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים שבת אחים גם יחד. One more time, let me hear you sing it. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים
remember, the Baruch Hu, there's a special part. The first part is a melody that we sing, all ready to get ready to sing. Go ahead, everybody stand up. Stand up, go ahead. We face towards Jerusalem, towards the holy temple in Jerusalem. And Cantor does the first part, and we do the second part.
Again.
Cantor first.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Now all of us. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
My turn again.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Yalai.
What basically Cantor said was, hey everybody, we're getting ready to pray, we're getting ready to bless God, and we all said, okay, we're ready, and now we're together. Next slide.
We're going to join together in the words of Shema. Take a look at the screen. I want you to see if you can recognize any of the Hebrew letters. See if there are any that you've been working on in class. Okay, we're going to do our best to follow along. You guys know the melody. You guys know the song. So now we want to attach that to the Hebrew. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
So after we say the Shema, we're opening, we're saying, listen, that God is in everything. God is part of all of us. Now we start to go say the V'ahavta, which is part of the Shema. It's the second part, and we already started learning how it says, and you will love Adonai Elohecha, your God, Bechol Levavcha. Does everyone remember what's Levavcha? Your heart. Uvechol Nafshecha. Do you remember what Nafshecha is? With all your life, like everything in you. And Uvechol Me'odecha. Do you remember from last time? What's Me'odecha? Yes. Well, one God is Echad, is Shema. Me'odecha. Do you remember from last time? All your heart, all your life, and Me'odecha is all your stuff. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah, all your stuff. Everything you have, your toys, your money, whatever it has, you want to use to love God. You want to use to love God. Because what are we saying when we want to use it to love God? God's in all of us, in everything. And we want to use everything we have and everything we are to be able to show that love for each other and for where God is. So then we say, V'hayu ha'devarim ha'eleh. Say that with me. V'hayu hadivarim ha'ele. I don't hear that. V'hayu hadivarim ha'ele. That's good. It's right over here for the Hebrew. V'hayu hadivarim ha'ele. What that means is, and these words, divarim are words. Where are we going to put those words? Where do you think? Right over there? You could put those words over there. Yes? Put them on our hearts. Yes, that's what the prayer is. V'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha, which is your heart, right? Yes. And in our soul, right? We want to take these words. What words are we talking about that we want to put on in our hearts and our souls? What words? I'll give you a hint. It was the prayer we did beforehand. Yes? What words? Jason? The Shema. Jason's right, the Shema. We want to put the words of the Shema on our hearts and on our souls. We want to put them right there so that it's with us wherever we go. So whether we're in school or whether we're with friends or with our parents, that those words of the Shema, that reality that God is in everything, it's right on our hearts. Okay? So that's what we want to do. So let's say the V'ahavta together, and we'll think about putting those words right on our hearts. So say this with me, and you'll learn it. As the more we do it, the more you'll learn it. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha, with all your heart, uvechol nafshecha, uvechol meodecha, ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele. That's, and these words, asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha. We'll put them on our hearts. Vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uvshochbecha uvkumecha. Okay, so we're just going to stop there for a moment. So we're going to put it on our hearts, and then Vishinantam levanecha, we're going to teach it to our children. And if you're already a child, you're going to teach it to each other, these words of the Shema. V'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha, and we're going to speak these words of the Shema in our bayit, our beitecha, our houses. We're going to speak of them in our houses. Uvlechtecha baderech, and when we walk on the road, when we're outside and about, we're going to speak of them. Uvshochbecha uvkumecha, and when we lie down at night and when we get up in the morning, we're going to speak this Shema. So let's try that part again. Vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Now before we go to the next slide, I'll say there's more things that we want to do with these words besides speak of them in our house and on the road and when we lie down and when we rise up. Next time we're together, we'll learn what those other things are. But for now, the last part of the Shema, next slide. Leman tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim le'elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Okay. All right. Ready to stand at the sea? Mi chamocha, which means who's like you, God?
Do you need the white one too? I think that goes into the other side. So sorry. Can't take me anywhere. All right, let's all stand up. Let's all stand up, see what hand motions we have. Standing at the sea, Michamocha, standing at the sea, Michamocha, standing at the sea, Michamocha, freedom song away. Singing and dancing, Michamocha, singing and dancing, Michamocha, singing and dancing, Michamocha, freedom song. Freedom, 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 freedom song away. They're coming up behind, they're coming up behind the Michamocha, they're coming up behind Michamocha, they're coming up behind Michamocha, freedom song away. Bound no more, bound no more, Michamocha, bound no more, Michamocha, bound no more, Michamocha, freedom song. Freedom, 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 freedom song away. The sea sheep parts, Michamocha, the sea sheep parts, Michamocha, the sea sheep parts, Michamocha, freedom song away. Walking through the water, Michamocha, walking through the water, Michamocha, walking through the water, Michamocha, freedom song. Freedom, 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 freedom song away. We're on the other side, Michamocha, we're on the other side, Michamocha, we're on the other side, Michamocha, freedom song away. One God, Michamocha, one God, Michamocha, one God, Michamocha, freedom song. Let me hear it! Freedom, 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 freedom song away. Standing at the sea, Michamocha, standing at the sea, Michamocha, standing at the sea, Michamocha, freedom song away. Singing and dancing, Michamocha, singing and dancing, Michamocha, singing and dancing, Michamocha, freedom song away. Freedom, 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 freedom song away. Louder now. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Freedom's on our way. Freedom's on our way.
All right.
Good job, everybody.
Love that.
We are done.
Thanks for being together.
So good. You guys have a beautiful evening. Erev Tov, everyone. You guys were amazing.
That's my, I was just saying that to Cantor Young. I love that song.
That's a fun one. Yeah. We'll do it at a First Friday.
and I'm very curious what you think of this last one.
This last one? Well, interesting, depending on how you put, there's a lot more maturity, just perspective, pastorally. I don't know if you saw my questions, but
I did.
just really like about, she's really into developing technology and university, and one of the questions is, we have a custom, prayer book, like, how is it working with that? So really, I guess what I wanted to ask you, what you thought about it was, on one hand, having a male and a female rabbi is a good, on one hand, a good balance of information. On the other hand, I also was just kind of thinking is, right now, there's a way that you and I are a really good team, in that there are a lot of people that feel more comfortable talking to you as the woman clergy, as opposed to men, and having another woman clergy also spreads that out a little bit. You of course have all your own connections, make all your own connections with people, but right now there's more, I think, you have more of a clergy presence, I would think, even if there was another man who was a rabbi. And I was just wondering what you thought about that dynamic.
I do wonder about it. I think I have my own relationships. I don't think that would necessarily change. I think the big question I have with hers, it's very focused on what she has done rather than what her team has done, right? So if she's a solo clinical auditor, means like another, right? Which looks amazing on paper, but how does that transfer to a team atmosphere? And is that
I don't know if she has a team.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's
so-
like, it's a small center,
Yeah,
it's a small
so,
center actually.
and obviously she's been out much longer, and I mean that's my big concern, because everything else looks amazing and seems to be on par with what you and I are trying to create for the community here.
Right, how does it translate from having a situation where you are the solo and you're the one who's doing it, now you're coming into a situation where now you're part of the team, and now there's other vision and other needs, and that was part of my questions
Yeah.
for her specifically,
Yeah.
like, how do you navigate that? All right, good night, see you later.
Night.